Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Sympathy Kiss, continuing banging our boss. Well, I mean, we ended the route last time, but now we're going to do our love ends and our work ends. So I've loaded up save file 1. We're going to get our love end first. So we are in the elevator with him and arguing about things, and we're going to say, don't pretend to be strong with me. Oh, that's oh, look, I love his mad cat face. Pretend to be strong. And just who do you think you're talking to? When I told him that I couldn't stand to see him hurting, he pushed up his glasses with a smile. Are you just saying that, or... His eyes narrowed before he stepped closer and pressed my back into the wall. As soon as the elevator started moving, Director Kobase's face approached mine. Huh? The next thing I knew, Kobase put his forehead on my shoulder before speaking in a hushed, low tone. And then this is this little thing where he just kind of cracks. Yeah. Okay. So now, okay, now we're investigating and everything like that. Investigation. Oh, right, and we're going to go back to his house, and then he's going to ask us if we want to go on a beach date, and we're going to cry about it, apparently. We get upset. I preferred the mountains to the beach. I see. As someone as bold as you prefers the mountains, huh? Well, I suppose it's no matter. It's already gotten dark. And besides, you already went out of your way for me today. Sorry, you've had a long day. Kabase breathed out a laugh and smiled. My eyelids started getting heavy, and he pinched my cheek, and then we're going to go out for a drive. We have our little, new spin-off story. I mean, it's the same damn one that we've already done, right? It's not like it changed. I don't remember. I don't think it changed. No, okay, it's the same thing. I was like, let me just make sure it's not changing. I was like, I was going to say no. And I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, no, they don't change. Look, I'm not the brightest crayon in the shed today, okay? I'm not the brightest pickle in the shed. That makes less sense. There you go. That's exactly it. Because I want to see you smile. To see me smile. His brows knitted together. He always showed concern at work, and when we apartment hunted together. But I reiterated that I really wanted to see that smile of his. I don't think you need to worry about that. I can't help but smile whenever I'm with you. His slight smile made my heart burst and tears rolled down my cheeks. How adorably romantic and beautiful. Okay, so now we're gonna go, and this is where we're having the conversation, and like everybody's gonna be like getting better, and everybody forgives everybody, and everything's good. And we'll see how a starseed changes. We still have that beautiful romantic CG. We're back at home getting frisky on the couch. You said you prefer the mountains to the beach, right? We should do some camping while we're there. I hear that's all the rage these days. Oh, dear God, no. His excited expression as he planned our future trip made my heart ache. Okay. And, okay, here we go, getting frisky on the couch. And now we get our love end. Okay. So now we're done with skipping red. I can turn that off. A few months later, during a group meeting in the conference room, a phone call came in. Director Kobase hung up with a frown and took a moment before speaking. It was a call to inform us that we didn't win the competition. I think it's so funny that, like, the best end is everything is perfect, and then the love end is we didn't win the competition, but I have my man. Aw, how frustrating. But it was a very valuable team learning experience, right? I smiled brightly to cheer everyone up. It was true that our bonds were strengthened by working together on the competition. Well, the competition was never part of the original plan anyway. We should continue with our work as before. That's exactly right. Estorci's future is yet to be decided. The music's getting janky. I listened to it when I started. I really drives me bonkers. There's still so much to do. I, for one, am looking forward to the challenge. Not too bad, so. Yeah, but the internal review of our progress is coming up, right? Can we really be so easygoing about this? Nah, don't worry. Our original in-house revisions are pretty much complete. All we have to do is release them. Since we don't have to worry about the competition anymore, that should be easy. The Sympathy collaboration's coming along nicely, too. We should be able to launch on schedule. What if we took the competition proposal, scaled it back, and pitched it to someone else? Do you really think it's okay to reuse aspects of the project for someone else? As long as it isn't obvious we repurposed it. Actually, we'd better make sure it makes sense content-wise. What? In that case, there's something I'd like to try. Director Komase smiled proudly as everyone giddily talked about the future. Hold on. Okay. I can't stand it when I can tell that the music's janky. Sometimes I can't tell. I'm like, whatever, and I'm sure you can't, but it drives me bonkers. Sorry. Alright, in that case, I want you all to have your proposals ready for submission by the next meeting. I'll handle the budget side of things. With that, everyone returned to their desks, buzzing with excitement about their projects. Before I could leave the conference room, Director Komase stopped me. He pulled me towards him. I'm sorry, mind if I have a few minutes with you in private? About what I said earlier, if you've got something you'd like to try out, please consider pitching it. He's like, mind if I have a word with you in private? We need to have sex on this conference room table. Please, God. This was about work, as expected. You've grown so much from all of your experiences. You don't have to go all out and create a full-fledged proposal from scratch. Just jot down some notes. As for when you put the plan together, I'll be hands-on with you. We'll make sure it's rock solid together. Look forward to it. Hands-on and rock solid. I feel like those were innuendo words. Because I took it that way. You can't say things like that to me, sir. Pleased with his double entendres, he smiled at me. Oh, no, he was doing it on purpose. I feel so vindicated. I'm sorry. This is the greatest moment of my day. Oh my God. He's saying things like phrasing. You can't say shit like that without me thinking dirty thoughts. No, but that's exactly why you. Oh my God. Oh, that's the greatest. Okay, I just feel, you know what? You know, this is why Spacey gets dirty with you guys sometimes and thinks inappropriate thoughts, because every once in a while, it's like, nope, they were meant to be inappropriate. Oh, and I look forward to your proposal about our upcoming dates as well. And be sure to text me about it later. With a sweet smile reserved only for me, he walked out of the conference room. As we discussed, I came up with an idea for a project to brainstorm with the director. I decided to discuss it with him as the two of us were sitting together on his couch. It's not bad. It might not be as flashy as Saltame's projects, but I'm not sure that's a bad thing. It looks like something that would appeal to a younger female demographic, and that's a market that Astarce's struggled with. He seemed happy with the idea, and I asked him for his help turning the concept into a proposal. An official proposal? Of course. I'd be happy to help, but... Amasawa, what day is today? That's right, it's Friday. After dinner. And it's about 10 o'clock. You see what I'm getting at, right? Yes. She needs to shut the fuck up about work and go to town on you. No more work for today. We can look at all that tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow is Saturday. Right now is our time, alright? I love you, Spacey. I knew there was no way to bring the discussion back to work now. Why would you want to? At work, it'd be so hard to keep my mind on work with this motherfucker staring at me and knowing that I'm gonna bone him later and being like, fuck me on this conference table. I mean, hello, I already said that while we were at work. And then you're here and you're like, let's talk about, well, we'll never get to talk about work again. This man is in his house. Get him naked. Shut the fuck up and do him. The only work you have right now is working on this man and letting him work on you. He crawled over me, pushing my body into the couch and kissed me deeply. Yes, good for him. Good for him. After that, we continued to move forward together as partners, in both work and in our personal lives. Yeah, that was it. Okay. All right. And then we'll go to our... Nope, we gotta go this way. This one. Then we'll get our work end. Stared straight back into those pained eyes, and I told him, because I have the utmost respect for you. I told you that was a work-related answer. Utmost respect, huh? It's not every day I get a compliment like that. Thank you. And that makes me happy. Having been by his side all this time, I knew how much his job meant to Director Kobase. Yet he'd be forced to give it all up. It was all so frustrating. When we first started working together, I never imagined you'd see me like this. I bet you never imagined I'd see you naked either, but been there, done that. Seeing his kind smile, I felt my eyes well up, and a single tear ran down my cheek. Thank you. I feel like you're always helping me out now. All I wanted was to see you smile, but I made you cry instead. The sad, resigned smile on his face made my chest tighten. And then, okay. Alright, now we're gonna go talk. Everybody's gonna... Yada yada. All that shit. Yada yada and all that jazz. Anyway, skipping through. Okay, work end. Here we go. I was closing. I was looking at my God. I wasn't even paying attention to what the fuck was going on. But whatever. You guys. Skipping through some things. The Starcy's gonna be. I don't know. It had been about a month since we had completed our presentation at the competition. Of course, during that time, our efforts to revive a Starcy never ceased. Then one day, during a meeting in the conference room, should we get started? You're late, Kuba. Sorry. Everyone's here, right? Yeah. Before we get to the meeting, there's something I'd like to discuss with all of you. His stern voice sent tension shooting across the room. Thanks to all your hard work, we've won the competition. Huh? We did it! Ah, what a relief! Everyone pumped their fists. You all did an excellent job. I had a feeling we'd win, but still pretty happy about it. This isn't something to just be pretty happy about. This is something to be super duper happy about. I guess that means things will get even busier from here on out. Well, we'll have to I can read. I can't read. I can't. Oh my God. We'll have to redirect resources to the competition project from existing columns and content. Be sure to let Tempesty know. Koba, I'll be expecting you to make up for all that time you took off, yeah? Satame slapped Director Kobase's back and grinned mischievously. Oh, you're sure you want to take that tone with me? Fine, then I'll be stricter than ever. Director Kobase shook everyone's hands with a sincere smile. From that day forward, things got incredibly busy. Originally, Astarcy's fate was going to be decided in September, but after our competition win, our future was secure. A month after the start of the new initiative, another meeting for the managers was held. They declared that development of Astarcy and its future columns would continue, and that the Tempesty collab would be completed. All of this served to further boost Astarcy's rising reputation. In addition, we knew we had to faithfully execute the product from the competition and worked hard. As for Kobase and I, we agreed to put our relationship on hold until Astarcy's future was on firmer ground. Oh, ouch! Okay, so Because I was just thinking in my head, it's interesting because in the other ones, in the love end, Astarcy kind of fails. And it's like, oh, it didn't work out, and whatever. But like, I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, you know what? In his, is Darcy like, oh, we didn't win the competition, but it's okay. We're still managing, and we're still working on Astarcy and coming up with other stuff, and like, we're still working on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like woohoo, overnight success, like in the best end, but it doesn't fail, like in the other love ends. And then this one, it's like, and then the other ones, is like in the work end, it's like, oh, we don't get to see each other often, but we're still managing. Like, your relationship's on the struggle, well, not really the struggle bus, but it's like taking a backseat to work, but you're still in a relationship. You just don't get to see each other as much. It's not your main focus. And now this one is like, we're going to put our relationship on hold. Pause. And it's like, oh, I don't like that. That's like a bad end. No, it's not like, oh, things were progressing really slowly. Okay, there's nothing wrong with slow. There is something wrong with like, let's just stop and pretend it never happened at the moment. It's like breaking up. Like, we're putting our relationship on hold is essentially like, we are not together. You know what I mean? Like, If you asked me whether a relationship would be good for my work, I wouldn't be able to answer confidently. Most people can balance their work and personal lives, but I've never been very adept at that type of thing. I think it's best if we keep that distinction clear and focus on our work for the time being. I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't miss him, but I was also never good at keeping things balanced, so I knew where he was coming from. I'm sorry, but we'll still be able to see each other at work, so that's something. I mean, are we going to be having sex on your desk? Because then sure, fine, but with work getting more chaotic, we hardly had any opportunities to meet privately. I felt lonely sometimes, but I didn't want to worry him, so I just kept my head down and did my work. See, this saying, with work getting more chaotic, we don't have a lot of opportunities to meet privately, so our relationship was really on the slow track. That's different than like, you know what? I'm in love with you, but let's not date. We're not ever seeing each other privately at all because we can't balance it. So like, I mean, I guess you could take it as in the other ones, you're like, oh, maybe we get to go out after work once in a while, but work's really busy, so we don't see each other. We don't have like frequent date nights. You know what I mean? Like I don't see him 2 or 3 times a week. Maybe I see him at work and then maybe we go out once, like if it's not too late, or maybe every other weekend or something we see each other. Our relationship is just progressing kind of slow. But in this one, it feels more like we haven't gone out, or I haven't seen him outside of work in 3 months. I guess it's just super, super slow, you could say. Like, hey, we have some time. You want to get a drink after work? And then so we see each other and we get to talk. Kind of like how when you're an adult, you don't see your friends very often. It doesn't make them not your friends, but you know what I mean? But it's different with relationships, You generally have to work harder with those. The development process dragged on because of frequent client requests. Before long, our personal lives naturally began to separate completely. No, now it sounds like we're breaking up. However, all of our work paid off, and we launched the service with better content than we'd originally planned. Then 1 month later, in addition to the previous renewals, the collaborative content we created with outside firms attracted a lot of new users. And of course, when the time came, Astario greenlit Astarcy's continued operation. Saltame whooped, Oe and I cried a little, and even Minato smiled. Okay, so it's been about a month since this, so you basically have not seen each other in like a month at all. As for Director Kobase... Oh, it's you. I suppose you know this spot. And the president's very happy with our work. I know I was tough to work with at times, but you all did a great job. Everyone on the team worked so hard. Especially you. The kind smile on his face nearly brought tears to my eyes. Well, don't try to sit on me like that. He just bit me nastily. It's like, don't do that. I don't want you sitting like that. And we've still got a lot of work to do to ensure that Astarcy continues to grow and succeed. And if you're going to pet yourself on my hand, don't bite me. But now that things have settled down a bit, it gives me a moment to think about you. We'll figure things out together. Remember, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to come to me. I have questions about our relationship. I know that's not what he means, though. Hearing that reminded me of when we started working together, and I chuckled. His hand brushed my hair as he cupped my head and pulled me close. I'll need your support from here on out. I promised he would have it. Okay, so now we're having a romantic moment. Okay. There was still so much to learn from him. I wanted nothing more than to be the best partner I could be. All right, it's not as bad as they make it out to be. They kind of make it seem like you're broken up, basically. Like, we never get to see each other, and then our relationship naturally goes opposite directions. And then this is like, we've just been really busy, we never get to see each other, as opposed to the other ones where it's hard to make time. You know, and then this, and he's like, oh, okay, and now, like, he pulls you close. It's like, okay, there's probably a kiss going on there, so, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. So, this is a super short part. The last part was kind of short. I could put them together, but I'm not gonna, because we can always use a little bit of a buffer. You know. Next, we get to date the Prince Boy. So, it's gonna be weird going from internal dating to external partner dating. And also, oh, there you go. There's the comment. So there's, oh, those are openings, love and work. Okay, so there's no other common route one. Well, it says 10 of 11, so we're missing one. Interesting. Oh, this one probably, whatever this is. I thought that was like an intro. You know what I mean? We've gotten every CG. Obviously, we've got none for you. You get 15. You only get 12. They don't like Shuya, do they? They didn't give him a lot of CGs. He only gets 12. Everybody else gets at least 15. Kobasa gets 17. But, to be fair, everybody gets technically the same amount. It's just... See, I don't mind it when they do that, like this. Like, everybody gets the same amount, technically. There's 10. Oh, no, he got one less. Okay, they really don't like him. I was going to say, everybody kind of gets the same amount. It's just some versions you have 2 and some you only have 1. He actually gets 1 less than everybody else. That's kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? And obviously we don't have our secret characters. One is definitely Yofi, and the other is probably, I think, was the guy we saw. Higa. Yeah. Because Isaka is the other person that's listed with the voice actor, and we already know that Isaka was the main antagonist in Mitsuki's route, so it's gotta be, Higa. Plus, it's Kosuke Toriumi, so he's fucking always a love interest. When has he ever played a side character? Wait a minute. When has he ever played a side character? No, nobody. He's never played a side character. Oh, actually, no. In Color X Malice, he was a side character. Alright, fair enough. But, like, everyone else, we've dated this man. So, I feel like it's been a while since we've seen him in one, hasn't it? Anyway... Let's see. We have this sexy time CG. Right? That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not the best one of him. That's still a best one. We have this sexy time CG. You don't get to see all of him, but, like, there's something about this one that's like, oh, but, like, this version of it. Oh, but then that doesn't have his glasses on. Although, to be fair, he does look really good in this CG without his glasses on. Dare I say it. I hate that you can't click because I want to see the original. So, like, you have, like, this with the glasses on, but, like, he doesn't actually look bad without the glasses. Granted, it's a side profile, eyes closed, kissing us, right? But, like, it's not bad. You know, I know I was a little mad when this happened. It's like he took his glasses off. The glasses stay on during sex! Okay, the glasses stay on. You better take a shower with those fucking things on. But, like, at the same time, it's like, but you know what? I'm not hating this CG. Like, with the glasses off, actually. It's kind of sexy. There's something about the way his hair is moving. Like, I don't know, it's giving him a different... He's got a little more... Like, there's a different vibe going on with him with the glasses off. And I'm not complaining. I would be interested to see this man without the glasses. The glasses stay on 98% of the time. But maybe if we're in the shower together and you're not wearing your glasses, I might be down for that. You know what I mean? Like, just saying. You know? Yeah? Yeah? Anyway. Let's see. I just want to make sure. Yes, we did Mitsuki, Kohei, Yoji, and now Rokuro, who's Yoshioka. Okay. He is... Although... I can't ask your opinion, because the soft recommended route order is Rokuro and then is equal to Secret Route 1. It's not like... So you could switch those. But... The flow is basically a trajectory from the heroine working with her company to work outside of it. Oh, Rokuro and Secret Route 1 should be played back-to-back for plot reasons. Well, that makes... Well... That could make sense if Secret Route 1... One of them is Yofi and the other one's Higa, but Higa works outside with Tempesty. So that could make sense. Depending on who one is. It's not really much of a spoil. It's only a spoiler on which one is 1 and which one's 2. Like, it's kind of obvious when you see the color coding in the guide. And I already knew Yofi. I knew the name, so I already knew, like... I don't know what he looks like because we've never seen him. But I'm pretty sure I have seen him somewhere, and, like, he's definitely cutesy. Like, he's cuter. He's got baby face. He's like one of our baby boys. You know what I mean? But I can only vaguely recall, and I could be misremembering. Okay? To be fair, And then I'm only guessing Higa because he's orange in the guide, and it makes sense we met him, and it was like, and anybody who's a side character and not important doesn't have a colored text box for their name. And I don't think, we know he's orange and he's color-coded in this, so it just made obvious sense. But because Asaka is too close to Yofi color-wise. She gave them both green colors. Yofi's like a mint green, and Asaka's like a slightly darker green. A slightly darker mint kind of green. And we already know he was already in Mitsuki's route, so there's no way he's a love interest at this point. He's the main antagonist, so we know. So I just don't know which one's 1 and which one's 2. Did I look at... I might have looked at that at some point, but I'm not sure which one's which. But it makes sense. Heron working with her company to working outside of it. So we've dated all... I guess that makes sense now. So it makes sense. Well, anyway, we'll figure it out after we do this. Oh! Prince Boy's love end unlocks a CG. Nobody else has had a CG unlocked with the other ends. All their other ends have different things. Interesting. Oh, and there's a CG variation. Interesting. He's got special stuff. I'm scrolling through, checking it out, because by the time, it's going to be a couple days before I start his route, so by the time I start his run, I'm going to forget all this. So he's got a CG for his love end. There's a CG variation that you have to open going. And the work end, you don't just start with a save file. You go to the title, then you go to episode. Okay. I'm just looking at the bolded stuff, so interesting. His is like off cycle for how we've been playing the rest of this game, but... Anyway, we'll date our Prince Boy from Tempesty next time. So for you, not tomorrow, but the day after. And for me, a couple days from now, because today's a Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to start his route tomorrow or if I might wait till like Monday after the weekend. So it might be a couple days for me, but it'll be fine. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens and what I got time to do. But anyway, we had 2 short parts in a row. Good for me. A little bit of a buffer. I think we're doing good. It's not like I am not on the struggle bus of, oh my god, I'm only a week ahead. I think I'm like 2 weeks ahead at this point. I might be a little bit more, but like, It's extremely hard lately to like get too much accomplished. I have just really got to figure out a new pattern for myself. Cause like I'll record like during lunch if I have time while I'm working, cause like why not? I got an hour, and instead of eating lunch, I'll eat lunch while I work. Like I will sit here and I'll do this. But I don't get to do that every day. But like after work, it's one of those like I come up here, I'll record for 2 hours, and then I'm starving to death. And I used to be really good like Friday nights. Like when we started this channel, I'd be like, I can record for 5-6 hours. And now I'm like, after 2, I'm tired. I love these games, and it took me forever. I just finished playing Genso Manage, guys. I just finished playing it because I'd forget that I was playing it. I love Otome games, but I play them and have more fun playing them when I can record them for you. If I can't, I still have not finished Hana Owase, and I started that like fucking forever ago when it came out. I keep forgetting about it. And there's other games that I started and we couldn't record, and I never finished. I'll sit there and I'm like, I'm bored. I need something to do. And I have 16 games I could finish, but I don't do it. I record them for you. I have more fun doing it this way. And like, if I can't, then like I never finish them. And that sucks because I loved Genso Manage. I loved that one a lot, and I was really excited to play that one. Not as much a fan of one of the routes. So I was like, you know what? No, you're one of those characters I want to light the fuck on fire, and it's not even your fault, but I still just don't like you, and I just did not have fun toward the end, which is just a lot. But anyway, not the point. But like, I don't know, but it is exhausting because I think you do a lot of reading and voices, and then I'm like, it makes me tired. You know what I mean? Then like after a couple hours, but it's also one of those, if I go downstairs, and once I go downstairs and I eat dinner, my day is done, and then it's just me time, I'm gonna come up and record more. It's just so weird. Like I've created this pattern for myself, like this like routine, and I can't break myself of it. I'm like, I need to break myself of the routine. Or like I don't record on Saturdays or Sundays, you know? And I'm like, I really need to. Or like even Friday nights, like record, go eat something, watch TV a little bit, blah, 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 come back up, record more. It's just so hard to break myself of the pattern. Like, you know, but I gotta force myself into some kind of a new pattern so that we can like get more accomplished. Although to be fair, we do actually have a backlog of a couple games now. So we're doing better. For a while, we really didn't have much of a backlog. Like, there's a lot of games being localized, but they've spaced them out at this point that it's like, by the time we finish one might be coming out, so, I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna date the Prince Boy next, so, alright. Hold on, zoom in. Look at that man nipple. They actually drew nipples on them, so props for that, because they never usually do. This is probably gonna get demonetized by YouTube, because there's, you know, cartoon boob in it, so, anyway. It's gonna get demonetized because I swear. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.